I'd like to introduce our Western Region President, Jeff Dill. He oversees the Torrance Refinery, Torrance Logistic Company, as well as our West Coast operations based in Long Beach. Welcome, Jeff Dill.
Thank you, Betsy. I'd also like to welcome everybody this evening, and we really do appreciate you taking time out of your schedules to participate in tonight's presentation about the use of modified hydrofluoric acid here at the Torrance Refinery. You know, when I think back to the fall of 2015, when PBF first announced its acquisition of the Exxon refinery, it was several months after Exxon's ESP explosion. And by that time, the use of modified hydrofluoric acid here at the Torrance refinery had already become a concern for some members of the community. We seized upon that and began, despite having not even completed the acquisition yet, spending time meeting with essentially any group or any individuals that would meet with us, and we started to share with them our vision for the future here at the Torrance refinery and what we plan to do as far as the use of modified hydrofluoric acid was concerned. That included a commitment to work with Torrance Fire Department and give them the same direct signal from the MHF unit that the AQMD already has. That work is just about completed. We also committed to bringing third-party experts in to review the unit, and we've been doing that, and you will get to hear directly from some of those third-party experts tonight. The Torrance refinery, either directly or indirectly, employs over 300 households here in the city of Torrance. And when you consider the nearby communities of Redondo Beach and Palos Verdes, that number grows very, very quickly. There is nothing more important to our employees than the safety and security of their family, their friends, their schools, and their community. And hopefully through tonight's presentation, you'll get an appreciation for how our dedicated workers, both management, steel workers, building trades, everyone in our technical staff, how we try to fulfill that commitment to the community every day in everything we do, including the use of MHF. The first slide up in front of you talks a little bit about our priorities. And for those of you who meet with me or have spoken to me in the past, there are probably 4 things you can recite that I will tell you every time I see you, and that is that we are committed to safe, reliable, environmentally responsible operations and earning our right to have a place in the communities that host us. I think importantly, in addition to what you see on this slide, are the new partnerships that we are building with labor here at the refinery, both through stronger ties with the Steelworkers Union, through our new partnership with the building trades here. We are engaging our workers to a greater extent in the safety and success of this refinery, as well as raising the overall skill level of our workforce here at the refinery. What we have done. We know that the refinery has to perform better than what we have done since July 1st, and we are committed to doing that. I've spoken recently on a couple of occasions about the significant investment and work that actually will commence in the next few days, where we will be investing well over $100 million in the refinery for an extensive turnaround through multiple units that we really think will help us turn the corner and get the refinery running more reliably and performing the way the community would like us to perform. Many, many paths are being pursued to get us to where this refinery is competitive and is a valued member of the community. One thing on this slide I would like to point out and highlight that really is a direct result of some of the lessons we've learned since owning the refinery, and that is the cross-functional review of high-risk work. is one of the big changes we've made at the refinery, and I think we've been very, very successful. Outside experts who we've had come in to review our work practices and to review our procedures give us a great deal of credit and a great deal of accolades for the way we now perform some of those functions, and it is really becoming a best practice for refineries elsewhere in the circuit. We do not do this in a vacuum. We are a very heavily regulated business, and we welcome that scrutiny and that oversight. I know there was some concern recently on reports about the continuing role of the Chemical Safety Board. We respect their role. We've cooperated with them ever since we came to the Torrance refinery. But regardless of their role or their place in this atmosphere, there are plenty of other folks who have a great deal of interest and provide a great deal of scrutiny over what we do here at the Torrance refinery. And I'm very pleased to tell you that since July 1st, every one of the audits, inspections, document requests, inquiries, everything we've received from every agency on this slide and then some, we have cooperated completely with all of those inquiries and all of those requests, and we plan to continue to do that. Why are we meeting tonight? The real thrust of what we are trying to do tonight is to provide community leaders with facts from independent third-party experts who have come in and reviewed our use of modified hydrofluoric acid. The slides you'll see tonight will be made public, and tonight is really just the start. This is the start of the Torrance Refining Company presenting objective facts about the operations here at the refinery. We plan to take this on the road, so to speak, after tonight and meet with our community advisory panel, homeowners associations, any group that will host us and is interested in hearing our perspective and independent third-party expert perspectives on what happens inside the fences here at the refinery. We find that doing these types of presentations with smaller groups enables us to better communicate, have better question and answer sessions, and more directly address concerns that people from those particular groups may bring forward. I think importantly, when we get to the slides later on in the presentation, you will notice that each slide at the bottom of the slide will have a citation. The direction our team was given was not only to provide the facts of what we do here, but to provide objective backup for each point we make, because we welcome the scrutiny. We welcome being second-guessed and checked up on, and so we provide the basis for each of the points we make on the slides you'll see later in the presentation this evening. So thank you again so much for coming. We welcome you to the refinery, and we hope you find the time you spend here with us this evening worthwhile. Thank you.